Hi everyone, and welcome to my little channel where I share everything about my young motherhood experience, our off-grid living as a family, and basically our baby steps towards a wilder life. Today I wanted to talk about a topic that friends and family ask me very often when they see us doing that, and that is elimination communication. Or it could be explained as these crazy parents holding their newborn baby on a bowl or in a potty expecting them to go potty. First of all, I would like to make a disclaimer. Sorry for the bad lighting. I generally upload on mornings, but as some of you may know, I just upload 15 minutes on Wednesdays when my baby's having their nap, because it's the moment where I can do that and where I establish myself that I would do that because it's a hobby that I want to cultivate. But yeah, today it didn't happen at the time expected, so I'm doing it now. And yeah, let's get on to it. So yeah, besides from doing this crazy thing that you see and you look at and you're like, are you crazy? Are you mad? It is actually a very nice experience, a super bonding, fun, um, hygienic, practical experience. Basically, elimination communication is the idea of offering your child, your baby, a different alternative rather than pooing or peeing on their diapers, and then letting them choose. Or at least that's how I see it. So, elimination communication is just like the trendy name that this has now, but it's something that has been done for centuries and that many countries even do now. And it makes a lot of sense. When you start trying, you realize how much sense it makes. So, hygienically speaking, of course, it's better to not have the poo on your butt, just like stuck and wet and closed. And I know that all parents, we try to do it as best as we can, and we wash them quickly, or as quickly as we can, or as quickly as we realize. But it's obvious that with a diaper, you realize it later, it stays there longer. I don't know, it's just like the poo expands around the butt. I don't know, it's not the best. And I'm not criticizing that, because I know that it's not an option for everyone to do it this different way, but I'm just explaining why, one of the reasons we decided to do that, and that is hygiene, definitely. The second one is comfort, because as you see, babies cry when they have pooped on themselves because they're not comfortable, and we just try to avoid this happening. And one of the interesting things about this is that if you hear to your baby's signs, at least in the beginning, before they get used to poop on themselves, they also cry before they have to go potty, because they don't want to even do it on a pot. Like, they want to be in a comfortable position, they want to do it in a way that they know they are not going to get dirty. So yeah, from the moment of birth, all babies do different signs to tell you that. Some of them just like they close their hands, some of them do weird sounds, some of them actual cries. They can get red, they can just like start making an effort. It's easier to know when they are going to do it. Also, for moms, we are generally the ones feeding the baby. Not all of moms, but at least the breastfeeding moms. And we are constantly there. Even if we are not breastfeeding, we are like the main character for the baby at the beginning. Let's be honest, it's like this for most of cases, and that's great, that's awesome. But it's nice to have something that the dad can, the partner, it's just that in my case, but the person who's helping, or the people who are helping, can take care of. And having this added thing, which is holding the baby and learning the baby's cues, it's something that the partner can do, and it's very nice because it's an opportunity for them to bond with the baby and for you to just like step back and relax. I personally did both, but not all the time. Like, I like that, so I enjoy doing that also. But also my partner Edu did it for most of the first times, and that was also a great thing for him and my son. Now, that are some of the perks of that. Well, another basic perk is that you won't have to potty train your baby when they are 1 or 2 years old. And yeah, I always find very confusing for babies and for adults even to just have to train the babies to shit on themselves and then untrain them when they are X years old. Because if you look at cats or dogs, at least I used to have them when I was a child, and yeah, they would have puppies on my house, and even from when they are 1 year old, when they all puppies, they don't like to shit on themselves. Like, mammals don't like to shit on their on the place they're sleeping. So it's actually natural for them to not do it and to hold it, even if they are so small. We may think that not they are not able, but just give it a try. Just like, don't even trust me, just be curious and try it, and you will realize how amazing it is. Now the procedure for that, it's different for every family, and also the results you want to achieve are also different. In our case, we focused on poo because he was, well, he's still feeding a lot and peeing a lot, and he can pee sometimes every 5 minutes. And so this method also works for pee, but we have only been focusing on poo. And for us, what we started doing is, from the first days of his life, we would offer him a bowl. In our case, it was a bowl, and we would just hold him from below the knees like this, so he would be in this position, and that was very good for him to just like feel like letting go something, and also for like farting and letting out gases, which was very helpful with the colics, because my son had some big colics in the first month of his life. And yeah, we would do that. And from the first days of his life, he was already doing some poos or some pees in this position. It was amazing. In our case, we really didn't want to stress about it, and I really don't recommend to stress about it. This is a fun activity to do, a fun experience to share. So we didn't do it in all the moments that he needed to. We were just like trying whenever we remember, and for the rest of the day he was wearing his diaper, his cloth diaper. But yeah, it already started working, and also we started figuring out some cues, like for example, after being fed he would always poo, sometimes even when he was being fed, and for sure he would always poo and pee when he woke up from his naps or his sleep. So after 2 weeks or so that I was just like adjusting and we were figuring it out, oh shit, we started doing that more consistently, and we actually started yeah, putting him on the potty, or in the bowl. We called it potty, but it wasn't a potty actually. Every time that we knew the cue was happening, like yeah, we saw it was after he was waking up, then we would, like every moment that he would wake up, we would put him there. And then the other cues we figured out, plus if we heard some signs from him, like yeah, if he was crying and nothing seemed to work, or if he was like seemed to be making pressure, or if his red was turning and his head was turning red, we were starting doing that. And basically what happened was pretty amazing, because besides from pooing when we offered that, which was obvious for us because it already happened, like when he was days old, he was starting to hold it for longer and longer, and he was also letting us know better that he needed to go. So the first days when we put him in the potty, because the position already helps that, he would go, but also maybe when if he started crying a bit because he needed to go, then he would quickly shit on himself because we didn't give him another opportunity. And after realizing that we were giving like some constant opportunities for him to go potty, he just started to hold it for longer. So yeah, we could see him that he would be uncomfortable and uncomfortable and uncomfortable and uncomfortable, and until we didn't offer him the potty, he wouldn't go. That uncomfortable and uncomfortable may sound like if we are bad parents, but like during that frame of time we were just like trying to offer him the boob, just like trying to make him happy in another way. And then once we tried that, we realized, oh wow, he was shitting on himself, or about to, and he was holding it for such a long time. And also, yeah, like the holding capacity was amazing, and also the way of communicating, because he would like actually cry, not only be uncomfortable, but cry like, mommy, I need to go, or daddy, I need to go. And that was pretty amazing. So since there, now my son is 2 months old, and we've been yeah, it's like, I don't think we have washed a poo in such a long time. I say wash because, as I said, we use cloth diapers, and even if it's an amazing thing for us, it has really been amazing for us because it's super ecological, it's super economic when it comes to the amount of diapers you need to spend in your child's life. It's crazy how much money you can save, especially because in our case they were given to us, but even if you buy them second hand, and even if you buy them first hand, you will see. We didn't even have to turn on the washing machine, which was crazy for us. And nowadays, that's how it looks for us. We know our son's cues, every morning. He's all night without pooing or even peeing. He does pee if he wakes up like for more than 10 minutes. It's not nothing exact, but more or less. And I feel like he wakes up like twice at night when the nights are the best. And but he wakes up only to be fed, and it's weird, but he seems like half asleep, so he doesn't actually pee or poo. He just feeds and then goes back to sleep. But yeah, if he wakes up for longer because he's just more anxious or something, he would probably pee, but he doesn't poo during the night. So we know that in the morning when he starts waking up and being comfortable, it's funny because he gets really uncomfortable and a bit grumpy. We just bring him to the sink. In this case it's the sink, in the mornings it's the sink, and he just quickly poos. It's like the sound of the morning, and pees and everything in one, and then he's just suddenly happy. And the happiness of a baby in the morning, at least of my baby, is something amazing. We are all super exhausted and he's just laughing, making sounds and waking all the house. It's great. And then during the day, now that he's 2 months, he's doing it maybe twice or thrice in the morning and in the afternoon, and that's it. So we change him more often because of the pees, but when it comes to poos, we only hold him for twice or thrice in the morning and in the afternoon, and that's it. And it may sound like a lot, but it's more effort for me to change a diaper than to hold him for a minute. And yeah, it's something that I encourage you to try. I really know, if I have to say a con of that, I really wouldn't say that it takes some time to hold a baby, or that it's a bit more of work, because I don't think that is a problem. I mean, when your kid is going to be 1 or 2 years old, you're going to do that anyway, so I don't really see it as a problem. But I do understand that it may be a problem the starting of this period, because it's true that the starting is quite draining. Not draining if you're doing it happily, but it takes energy, of course, and it requires energy. So if you don't have time, or you don't have the space, or you don't have the energy for doing that, I do understand that it's not the best option for everyone. I also have to say that I don't feel super happy with how most of the social systems, governments and families work when it comes to letting the mom and the family have the time, the actual time and economical resources to care for the baby. Because if that was the case, I think that it would be a great opportunity to just synchronize with the baby's rhythms, learn about that, and then you're done. You're able to just do it for the rest of the baby's life. You don't have to go through this weird phase of just potty train them in this kind of weird way afterwards. But yeah, I do understand that it's not the case for everyone, and that it may be complicated to get this time, and you probably just want to rest and be with your baby. So I really encourage you to try it, but I really encourage you to try it when you have time and when you're happy to try it. And don't worry if some days you're able to do it and others you are not. That was the case for me, and they just remember. They remember, and they will just follow up the next day or the next week when you go back to it. But yeah, just give it a try and see how amazing babies are, because babies are persons, and they are, well, they're more similar to us than we sometimes think. Yeah, I hope you like this video, I hope you like this experience. I really hope you will try it. And if you want more information about it, just Google EC or elimination communication, and you will have lots of more specific material surrounding that. There is not much people talking about this, but the ones who are, they have really good resources. And I will surely keep updating you with how is it going with my baby and in our journeys as parents. But yeah, if you would like to follow this adventure, please subscribe, leave a comment and let me know if you have tried it or when you try it. And yeah, I will hope I will see you in the next video.